Intro on Dependencies. Up until now, we have seen all the possible options on tasks and the WBS codes. In this chapter, we are going to examine dependencies. In most cases, tasks in a project are related to each other, and the relationships between them drive the schedule for the project. The relationships between these tasks are called dependencies. In Microsoft Office Project 2007, we can create dependencies between tasks in the same project and between tasks in different projects. Many people don't understand why we go for dependencies. The reality is that tasks in a project can't all start at the same time. Dependencies are timing relationships between tasks. Dependencies can be driven by the nature of the tasks and the lack of available resources. Let's discuss some more about dependencies. We have Project 2007 open. See, we haven't created any dependencies yet, and as you can see, there is really no project schedule. All tasks begin on the same day, and the entire project length is equal to the length of the longest task. However, after we begin defining task relationships, the project takes on a whole new flow. You are going to feel that at the end of this chapter. For looking at dependencies, let's discuss the types of dependencies. As we first discussed, there are 4 types of relationships in Office Project 2007. They are finish to start finish, start to start, start to finish. Of the 4 relationship types, finish to start is the default and the most commonly used. We have already seen about this in our previous lessons. If you have any doubts, please have a look at these basic lessons. So let's continue with setting dependencies in our next lesson. Setting dependencies. In our previous video, we discussed basics in dependencies. In this video, we are going to see about setting dependencies. In certain times, the summary task will depend upon the subtasks inside. That condition may occur only because of linking tasks. Linking tasks are an important concept in Project 2007, so let's discuss that. Now, we have the summary task here. We have 3 tasks here as subtasks. Look carefully. The duration of this summary task is 1 day. Now, let's see how it's going to change. Establishing dependency relationships is easy to do. We simply create a dependency, make settings to select the dependency type, and build in any lag or lead time. But the toughest part is understanding the exact dependency for our project and changing the dependency at the right times. Let's select these 3 subtasks and then go to the Edit menu and then select Link Tasks here. We can also use a shortcut here. See, we have linked a task. By default, the Finish to Start link has formed here. This is one way to create dependencies. We can also change the same using the Gantt chart as well. Let's discuss how to create a link in the Gantt chart. See, here we have some tasks. Select a task. Let it be this one. We can see that our mouse pointer has now changed to a 4-sided arrow. What we have to do is drag this task, that is the task we've selected, and move it to another task. As we drag, our cursor changes to the shape of a little chain link. After noticing that, now I'm going to release the mouse key. See here, we have formed a link between the tasks. These links are known as dependencies. As we discussed earlier, the formation of the link and its type will be Finish to Start link. We can change that, but we need to follow some steps, so we'll see that too so we can cover all the topics. We have many ways of linking tasks. We have seen 2 methods now. Now let's see the third method of changing the dependencies. Let's select this task and then right-click and select Task Information. This opens up the Task Information dialog box. Click on the Predecessors tab. We have the Predecessors tab open. Select the task here to link. Select this one. This one is in the next row. In the type here, we can define the type of task. As we discussed, we have 4 types of tasks. Select Finish to Finish Task, and then click OK. See, we have now linked the task, which is a Finish to Finish type of link. This means the dependent task, B, cannot be completed until the task that it depends on, A, is completed. This type is called the Finish to Finish type. The concept of dependencies is more important. Have a clear idea on the types of dependencies so that this will be very useful for you when we go for big projects. Dependencies play an important part in most of the projects. In this lesson, we saw setting dependencies. In the next lesson, we are going to discuss one important concept about lag and lead times in dependencies.